before we do, Chase, what was the experience like writing the book with your dad?
Man.
What's it like working with your dad?
Yeah.
And
there's a lot of ways I could go with this one.
Lessons learned from your dad? Yeah. I want to give you a chance.
Absolutely incredible. I'd say it's probably the most important project that I've ever worked on. I'm getting invited into writing this book, and I've said to many people, I've learned more in the last 18 months than I probably have the last 18 years, just because when you write something, as you know, the depth of learning and going back into the details of the stories, figuring out how to tell that story in a book in a way that connects with as many people as possible. I always say, like, you really don't know something until you have to teach it, and writing a book is a form of like trying to teach others with it. So my depth of learning, because I got to be alongside this guy, and there's many others across Coke that contributed to this book as well, but learned a tremendous amount. The other thing of just doing this with him, he applied the principles to the book writing process, right? So it's like everything, and he's so consistent, it almost like drives you nuts, right? In terms of applying principles to everything, but principles like openness, creative. This is his 5th book, this is my first, but he wanted to drive creative destruction of his first 4, right? And so I think bringing me into it, just bringing a fresh perspective, bringing technology to it, and telling stories in a different way. That's an open mindset. He could have easily, look, I'm the boss. I've done this before. What the hell do you know? But he had that mindset to it, and applied the principles to it. But I will say, he's such a stickler with words, and you should talk to my mother about this and how it drives her effing nuts. But so I got kind of an 18-month window on what it's like to be mom, maybe. But we had one chapter in there on stewardship, and I think we're on version 27 of it or something.
Yeah, I rewrote it at least
I was like, Pop,
15 times myself.
You are not applying the principle of marginal analysis. Version 26 was pretty damn good. And so anyway, we had a lot of fun with it. And of course there was tension in terms of how you'd write something or whatever. But overall, most important project I've ever worked on.
Yeah, now